Completed? Anybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now come to the mechanism of this reaction. Okay. Mechanism also very important. You will ask a question. What is Aldol condensation? Explain with a suitable example along with its mechanism. Like that you will make that question. Okay, now let us see the mechanism. This this is called acetaldehyde, isn't it? This is nothing but CH3CHCHO. And in this, you know that in this reaction you have sodium hydroxide. In the sodium hydroxide there will be OH minus also present. This OH minus ion will absorb the hydrogen from the acetaldehyde. Because this is an alpha carbon, the hydrogens present on the alpha carbon adjacent to the carbonyl carbon have acidic nature. That's why this H plus ion, this hydrogen will be taken by the OH minus and they will be converted into the H2O. That's why by the removal of hydrogen, we will get CH2 minus CHO. Means on this carbon, you will have what is this? A negative charge. See, this is you have a negative charge. On this carbon, you will have a negative charge in this carbon only. Okay, I'm making this is as a red color so that you can easily understand. And here you see on this carbon, you have a negative charge above this one. That means it is called as carbanion. Now, this carbanion will undergo an addition with what is another acetaldehyde molecule where there is a C double bond O is present. Because whenever a carbonyl carbon is present, it acts as a nucleophilic center. And that's why this negative charged carbon will go and add on this carbon and the pi bonded electrons are shifted to this oxygen. So that what happens here, the compound is CH3CHO minus because the pi bond is shifted to this oxygen and you will get an O minus at this one, and this is the compound. In the presence of here, there is a water is formed in the first step. In the presence of this water, the H plus ions are absorbed by this O, oxygen, from this oxygen. That's why finally you will get 3-hydroxybutanol. Okay, what is this? First you have to write in the mechanism. First you write an acetaldehyde molecule. From this, the hydrogen is picked by this OH minus ion. It converts into the carbanion CH2 minus CHO plus H2O, and this carbanion attacks on the carbonyl carbon. And finally, you will get an intermediate product, and this intermediate product in the presence of H2O, this will be converts into the 3-hydroxybutanol. This is what is the mechanism of the reaction. Note down now this mechanism. Did you write, all of you? Anybody? Completed?
Completed, sir.
Okay.
Completed, sir.
Okay, this is very important reaction. Once again, you see what happened in the mechanism. One molecule of acetaldehyde is involved in the first step, and the OH minus ion is picked up this hydrogen. For that, the carbon gets a carbanion, and this carbanion attacked on the second molecule will give an intermediate Finally, you write this compound 3-hydroxybutanol. Okay, that is a very, very important reaction. All you must remember. ఎందుకు కొంతమంది వెళ్ళిపోతున్నారు, వాళ్ళకి యాడ్ కావట్లేదా లేదా కనెక్షన్ పూర్ ఉందా? ఎనీబడి రెస్పాండ్?
Don't know, sir. Maybe signals weak.
Now let us go for the another reaction that is also very, very important reaction. Give the side heading Cannizarrow reaction. Cannizarrow reaction. What is this Cannizarrow reaction? Let us see. Okay, now I'll tell you the what is this Cannizarrow reaction. It is not. See this Cannizarrow reaction. Now there is small difference between the Aldol condensation and Cannizarrow reaction. Where in the Aldol condensation we have an alpha hydrogen. Here the absence of alpha hydrogen. Write down the sentence for Cannizarrow reaction. You write down the Cannizarrow reaction. Aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen. Aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen. Aldehydes which do not contain alpha hydrogen undergo self-redox reaction. Undergo self-redox reaction. Undergo self-redox reaction. This results in the formation of a carboxylic acid and an alcohol. This results in the formation of a carboxylic acid and alcohol. Write down example. Formaldehyde undergo self-redox reaction in presence of a base to give formic acid and methyl alcohol. Write down this equation. All of you. HCHO, HCHO. This is nothing but two molecules of formaldehyde in presence of OH minus gives formic acid as well as a methyl alcohol. Completed? If you complete, I will tell you the another equation. Okay? Completed this equation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now write down one more example. Write down one more example. Benzaldehyde undergo self redox reaction. Benzaldehyde undergo self redox reaction in presence of a base. In presence of a base to give benzoic acid followed by benzoic acid and benzyl alcohol. Benzoic acid and benzyl alcohol. Okay, note down this equation. Completed? If you complete, we'll go for mechanism. Okay? Completed? If anybody not completed, tell me not completed. Completed?
Completed, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let us go for the mechanism. See this mechanism. First of all, you clearly see this one. First you listen to me, later you write. See, this is one formaldehyde molecule. This is one formaldehyde molecule. Because there is a carbonyl carbon and this carbon has a nucleophilic center. The OH minus ion attacks on this carbon and the pi bonded electrons are shifted to this oxygen. So that what happens, this OH minus added here and oxygen, because the pi electrons are shifted to this oxygen, you will get a negative charge on this one. And in the next step, see what happens, the second formaldehyde molecule, this is the second formaldehyde molecule. In this, what happens, the pi bond again shifted to this carbon and the one of the proton from the first molecule will be shifted to the second molecule. Because of this reason, what happens, you will get a formic acid molecule, this is a formic acid, and a methoxide ion is formed. And this methoxide ion again will take the H plus ions, because here this was it is under the what is called in that is in aqueous medium, because the sodium hydroxide. After that, when it is acidified, this H plus ion is taken by this oxygen. Finally, we will get the methanol. Means what you understood here? This, the attacking of OH minus on the carbonyl carbon, followed by formation of a negatively charged oxygen in the intermediate, and this will be reacts with the second molecule by transferring the proton from the first molecule to the second molecule and formed a formic acid and an alkoxide ion. This alkoxide ion is called as methoxide ion, and this under the acidification, this will give the methanol. Means finally what we got, this one is a formic acid, another is the methanol. This is the mechanism. Okay, now you write this mechanism. Completed? Respond if anybody not completed.
Completed, sir.
All of you completed? Anybody left? Okay. Now I'll stop the sharing. Okay, now come to see what you observed here. Today we discussed about two reactions. What are those? One is the Aldol condensation, another is the Cannizarrow reaction. Keep in front of you the notes. In Aldol condensation, the requirement is there must be an alpha hydrogen. The same aldehydes, if it is not contain alpha hydrogen, that undergo Cannizarrow reaction. The same at the same reaction condition, if it contain alpha hydrogen, that undergo Aldol condensation. If it does not have alpha hydrogen, that undergo Cannizarrow reaction. In Aldol condensation, two molecules of aldehydes undergo condensation to give beta hydroxy what aldehyde compounds. Whereas in the Cannizarrow reaction, two aldehyde molecules which do not contain alpha hydrogen undergo same self reduction is also called disproportionation reaction, and they will give, one is the carboxylic acid, another we say that is what is called alcohol. See one more time this what is this Aldol condensation. This is Cannizarrow reaction. See the formation of A carboxylic acid from an aldehyde is called oxidation reaction. Why? Because that is addition of oxygen you found here. Aldehydes to carboxylic acid, one oxygen is added. That's why this reaction is called oxidation reaction. Whereas another molecule, aldehyde to the alcohol, means what is here, what you observe? There will be addition of hydrogen. That means it is a reduction. That's why we call this reaction, Cannizarrow reaction is self-redox reaction. In another way, we call it as the what? Disproportionation reaction. Means the reaction in which oxidation and reduction was carried in a single molecule. Means self oxidation and reduction is called disproportionation reaction. Okay, these are the very two important reaction. Definitely you will get in your public examination. Cannizarrow reaction కానీ aldol reaction, aldol condensation ఈ రెండిట్లో ఏదైనా ఒకటి రావచ్చు, రెండు కూడా రావచ్చు. You must learn the things. Okay, any doubts regarding this? Anybody? ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే మళ్ళీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తా, because the time is running up. Our session is going to close. That's why if anybody having doubts, I can explain you. Respond anybody. Akila? Akila? Hello Akila, Bukhi Akila.
సార్ చెప్పండి సార్.
ఈ అఖిలలో ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు మన క్లాస్లో? ఇద్దరు ముగ్గురు ఉన్నారా? ఇద్దరున్నారా, ఒక్కరే ఉన్నారా? అఖిల
ఇద్దరు ఉన్నారు సార్.
అయితే ఆ అమ్మాయి పాపం యాడ్ అవుతుంది కానీ కనెక్ట్ గా అన్నట్టుంది ఆ అమ్మాయికి.
సిగ్నల్ లేదు సార్.
ఓకే ఓకే సరే. ఎనీ హ్యావ్ యూ అండర్స్టూడ్ దిస్ టూ రియాక్షన్?
ఎస్ సార్.
ఓకే, ఎనీ డౌట్ ఎనీబడి? ఎవరికైనా డౌట్ ఉంటే చెప్పండి. వినీషా, టెల్ మీ. Have you understood these two reactions?
Yes sir.
What are these two reactions? Aldol condensation and
Aldol condensation and
Cannizarrow reaction.
Cannizarrow.
What is the difference between these two? One is containing alpha hydrogen, other is do not contain alpha hydrogen. Aldol condensation for aldehydes with hydrogen, with alpha hydrogen, whereas Cannizarrow reaction for without alpha hydrogens. Okay, okay, we'll discuss some other reaction in the next class. Okay na?
Okay sir.
ఇంకేమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉంటే అడగండి, చెప్తాను.
సార్ ketones aldol condensation అవ్వలేదా సార్?
A ketone aldol condensation is not important. Of course they also undergo ఇక్కడ మనకి ఎట్లయితే బీటా హైడ్రాక్సీ ఆల్డిహైడ్స్ వచ్చినాయో అక్కడ కూడా బీటా హైడ్రాక్సీ కీటోన్స్ వస్తాయి. అయితే దానికి అంత ఇంపార్టెన్స్ లేదు జనరల్గా. మనకి ఎప్పుడైనా ఎగ్జామ్లో కానీ లిటరేచర్లో కానీ ఆల్డిహాల్ కండెన్సేషన్ అండ్ కాన్జర్వ్ రియాక్షన్ మీద ఎక్కువ ఫోకస్ ఉంది.
ఓకే సార్.
ఎనీ అదర్ డౌట్స్? చైతన్య, Chaitanya, are you there? ఆన్ చేసి వెళ్ళిపోయారా చైతన్య? ఓకే. తరంగిణి, ఎనీ డౌట్?
No sir.
Are you followed these two reactions?
Yes sir.
Okay, very good. Next time you must learn these two reactions. Okay, compulsory two reactions లో ఒక రియాక్షన్ 100% ఎగ్జామ్ లో వస్తుంది. Just one or two times you practice in the rough notes. What is aldol condensation? What is Cannizarrow reaction? What are the difference between these two? Okay.
Okay sir. Okay sir.
Okay. See you, Mare. Okay, I'll stop.
Okay.
Okay sir.